Britain's Prime Minister was grilled in Parliament, and this followed statements from a former official over Peter Mandelson's appointment as the British ambassador to Washington. Ollie Robbins, who's a former top foreign ministry official who was sacked just last week, said that had faced constant pressure from Keir Starmer's office. And this was to rush through the appointment of Mandelson despite security concerns. And not just opposition in Parliament, cabinet ministers have also expressed concern about Starmer's decision to sack Robbins. The Prime Minister fired Robbins last week after the revelation that Mandelson was approved for the job in January 2025 against the recommendation of the government security vetting agency. Robbins said the concerns about Mandelson did not relate to his relationship with Epstein.
And so what the meeting I had with the director on the 29th of January, it was an oral briefing. No documents were presented to me, nor did I particularly expect them to be. I have never seen a UKSV document. I was briefed that UKSV considered Mandelson a borderline case and that they were leaning towards recommending that clearance be denied, but that the Foreign Office's Security Department assessed that the risks identified as of highest concern by UKSV could be managed and or mitigated. I was also told that the risks did not relate to Mandelson's relationship with Jeffrey Epstein.
The Prime Minister, however, claims that concerns regarding the pick for envoy to the US were not brought to his attention.
Took up his post. UKSV recommended red flags that clearance should be denied, and there was high concern. That was not brought to my attention or the attention of the Foreign Secretary at the time or subsequently is a very serious error of judgment, and anyone in my position would have lost confidence in the former Permanent Secretary.
According to a Guardian report, a senior UK minister refused to say Robbins' dismissal was fair, and several mandarins called for him to be reinstated. One Labour MP called on Starmer to quit. The reporter went on to say some senior Labour MPs believe the Prime Minister is now living on borrowed time as he continues to come under fire over his decision to appoint the former Labour peer Peter Mandelson. One minister was quoted as saying Keir's departure is already baked in. In the meantime, I've got very used to compartmentalizing trauma. Now, scrutiny will continue on Thursday. MPs shall grill Cat Little, the Permanent Secretary at the Cabinet Office, over the decision to install Mandelson, contrary to the advice of vetting officials.